Hello everybody, my name is Angel Manuel Rosado, right up there. So, I'm going to be teaching you about the semi and what is a semi and what makes it a semi. So, first you must notice something about the semi here and the pyramid over there. Now, a semi has a face, and the pyramid only has an eye. That is the eye of the Lord watching. But a semi is the face, the full face of the Lord who also watches. Now, there, I will use this little semi I made. So, this semi has sideways also the eye of like the pyramid, the eye of the Lord, but it has the face, the full face, and so it has the three corners, and like the pictures down here, it explains itself. There usually a circle that goes around these figurines and drawings, but that the pyramid also has that same, because that means the circle of life, and this has the symbols of, for instance, the circle of life and death and the angelics right on the top. So the Lord is the one that watches. The angelics are the watchers of the both life and death. So this semi and that pyramid are basically the same thing. So now, what makes a semi? A semi is made of wood. A semi has the three corners and is like a pyramid. So when you see a semi, you are seeing the same thing as over there. And the word semi, now we're going to go for those words, because our word, everything of us, indigenous, or everything of the indigenous, explain itself. This word does not. So this is why I'm going to tell you that these words are not true. They are not semis. They're not pronounced as semi and femi with a Z. They are not semi, and they are not correct, because none of these words say or explain what this thing is. The item, everything that I explained to you should be in these words, but they're not. Now I'm going to show you how that word should be correctly spelled. So now you can see Cemi. Cemi, it tells you everything. It sounds just like these words here, but they remove the T out of it and left, and also they remove the A out of it. So, and that word is pronunciated like semi. But the beginning is like saying, you get over here. So you hear that sound. So semi is with a T sound, semi, and it will explain itself. I will put it right at the bottom so you can see what makes semi in words. So now you can see now that semi has all of those elements of the semi. Sami. Now, at sami, looking at those words down at the bottom, it's inside of that word. So asami is high. Asami is high. A Cemi is made out of wood. A Cemi looks. A Cemi has the shape of a mountain because it's great. And a Cemi, also a mountain has a spirit. And the Cemi has the spirit of the Lord, of nature. So here, the word Cemi explains itself. And also, just to make sure that you know about that T, a Cemi sits and the face is on top of the head. That's why the T is there. It's the face that sits high on a mountain. And that is a Cemi. So now that you learned about semis, so why don't we also learn about Yukaho? Yukaho here, if you notice the one on the top and the one on the bottom here, they're not written in the same way. That is because both are wrong. And also, the ones down there all are wrong. None of these explain themselves. Our word, like I always say, they explain themselves. Now, I will inform you that Yukaho we speak in codes. So, for instance, Yukaho has two statements. That word, that one tiny little word, has two statements that makes it what this item here is, or the Lord of something. So Yukaho is known as the Lord Cemi. So watch what comes out when I put that word back to its form and its original form, lettering. Because the lettering is what's killing the language. That does not explain the item. So here at the bottom, I'll get rid of all of those. Maybe I'll just move it up, and you'll see why it makes it so our language is so powerful. So now I have put the proper word right at the bottom of Yukaho. Yukaho has been corrupted, but at the bottom you'll see the real word, and the sound is the same. Yusahu instead of Yukaho, which is incorrect. That Yusahu explains everything, the two codes that you see there at the bottom. Yusahu says the mountain plant Lord. That is exactly what the intention of the Cemi was. The Cemi was intended to be put on the ground for planting. And the next code that goes in Yusahu is, guess what? Who watch the place. So it's an entire sentence that says the mountain plant Lord who watch the place. It is like a scarecrow, but it actually supposed to make the plant grow. This is why there is a section in the history books that says that one of an indigenous took the cross of the priest, and what he did is he took that cross and he went outside thinking that it was just like the Lord Cemi, and he took it and he buried it, and they urinated on it, because in today's society they still do that. They urinate on the tomato plants so it would get better and bigger plants. So they started using pig urine and to make the plants grow. And still you're eating You're eating tomato with sorry guys, with pig urine. So so anyway, and instead what they did is they put them to death because the indigenous people were only trying to give homage to their cross, but they buried it. And sorry, I'm still thinking of the pig. All right, you got the meaning. It's you sorry. I hope that